What's brewing today? EV tech startup Exponent Energy has raised $26.4 million in a Series B round led by 8 Ventures, including a strategic investment from TDK Ventures, marking their first investment into India's EV sector. Along with 2 new global investors, the round witnessed participation from all existing investors like Lightspeed, Yonest VC, 314 Capital Advantage VC, and the family office of Pawan Munjal, the executive chairman of Hero MotoCorp. Now, the 3-year-old Bengaluru-based startup has raised a total of $44.4 million so far. Joining us now to discuss the fund allocation plan is Arun Vinayak, the co-founder and CEO of Exponent Energy. Arun, thank you so much for joining us on the show today. You know, you launched about 3 years ago and came up with a way to deliver 15-minute rapid charging for electric vehicles. Talk to us about the demand that you've seen and how has it been working so far?
Thank you so much for having me today. So Exponent's been around 3 years. Year 1, we were just focusing on technology. We were in stealth. Year 2 was making that a product. And we're still in the lab, productizing all of that, getting the partnerships in place. And actually last year when you had me on here, we had raised a Series A. And we were just starting the whole transition of taking everything from the lab to the road. And last year's been fantastic. We just chose one segment in one city. So we chose 3-wheeler in just Bangalore. And we said, let's see how this works and let's see if customers love the offering. And I think demand's been awesome, and which is what's led to now the Series B, so that we can now scale up supply chain, scale up manufacturing operations, scale up network operations in multiple cities, and of course, look at more categories beyond just 3-wheeler cargo.
Right, so it's given you the confidence to now move beyond what you're currently doing. So in fact, my next question was going to be, how do you plan to use the funds? Obviously, expansion and diversifying your offerings is on top of the agenda at this point.
Definitely. Like I said, I think we're building tech that doesn't exist anywhere else in the world. Even cell phones don't charge in 15 minutes, and we're charging entire trucks up in 15 minutes. So this is India's time to lead. And so when you're building such tech which have no global benchmarks, you want to take it slow, you want to test it out, you want to ensure it's stable, it's working well. Every new technology has tweaks, has niggles, you got to sort of iron it out. So now we feel ready. We're now there at a point where we're very stable product that we can now quickly replicate into multiple categories. So a large part of the fund allocation will be towards expanding our business side operations, network scale in multiple cities, in the business operations in multiple cities. And on the other side, we're also investing in entering the R&D space for the bus, right? So while today we're only in the 3-wheeler last mile space, we're going to be investing heavily in the intercity bus operations, where we're going to be able to scale up a battery to ensure a bus charges up in 15 minutes. So you can go from Bangalore to Bombay and charge up maybe a couple of times on route.
Absolutely. So, beyond what you're currently doing, as you were saying, you're also looking to enter the E3-wheeler space as well as this e-bus segment. So what's the action so far on that front? How different is the technology when it comes to, these other vehicles, and how long till you actually start doing this?
We're already in 3-wheeler cargo space, so we're leveraging fundamentally the same product, the same battery, the same network. So as we look at the 3-wheelers of business, it's now in the operations and business half of the company, right? The bus, of course, is now in the early R&D phase. We're sort of where we were in the 3-wheeler last year on the bus. So you'll see us launch the bus, so maybe as a pilot program sometime next year, while 3-wheeler now is fundamentally in a scale, ops mode.
So 3-wheeler is all about scale at this point, and your bus segment is going to be something new for you all to touch. You also want to scale your on-ground network presence across categories and cities, as you told me earlier. So currently you're in one city. So where do you hope to be in the next 1 year? Which new cities do you think are you going to enter? And will all of these be via partnerships with OEMs, or how is this going to work?
Yeah, we are an energy company. So fundamentally on the vehicle side, we do partner with OEMs. Like I said, we've been in the 3-wheeler cargo space. We have now partnerships coming up. We've announced some of that already in the 3-wheeler passenger space. Like I said, from the battery point of view, it's fundamentally the same. The network point of view, it remains fundamentally the same. Same network, the same set of charging stations that cater to multiple segments, right? So that's how we sort of also build up utilization and build up profitability in the charging network.
So how many cities will you be in by next year?
So we'll be in 6 cities, phased out next year, and we're in Bangalore right now, so we're going to be in Delhi, Bombay, Chennai, Ahmedabad, Hyderabad.
All right, and what about revenues? Where are you currently at, and what are the targets for this financial year at this point?
Well, right now in one category, one city, we're roughly at $3 million annual revenue on just battery sales. We're now building up our charging revenue as well. And of course, the next 24 to 30 months, we're targeting 25,000 vehicles across 6 cities and 3 categories. And that should get to a place of 600 crore of revenue.
All right. And you also have a target to deploy about 1,000 e-pumps so that you have, that target of 25,000 Exponent-powered EVs by 2025. So how do you plan to do this, and where are you currently on this front?
Right. So something that we've proven, I think the last 1 year was proving the fundamentals, right? Scale can happen. India is a large enough market, right? But what we've been working on the last 1 year is proving the fundamentals on the vehicle side, proving the fundamentals on battery manufacturing, proving the fundamentals on network. If you look at the network, we have 30 locations in Bangalore, but 25 of them are franchisee owned, right? Why? Because our charging stations make money. With 15-minute rapid charging on the same piece of land, we charge 30 to 40 vehicles a day. As against most other charging stations that do roughly 2 or 3 vehicles a day. Right, so we fundamentally fixed the profitability aspect of charging networks, and which is why we've seen a lot of franchisee interest, and that's how we will scale. So when we're entering Delhi, we already have now a master franchisee partner who's setting up 25 locations in one shot. So when we were less of a brand and we're starting off, there was more apprehension. But as we've proven this out in Bangalore, we're now seeing a lot of appetite in multiple cities for people to partner up with us to scale this network up.
All right, seeing a lot of appetite there for your product. All right, Arun, thank you so much for joining us on the show today. We're out of time, but we wish you all the best on this journey going forward.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.